Is your knee made of titanium? I mean, how do you take a line drill with the knee and just like nothing happens? I don't understand that.
I don't know. I don't know. I've been smoked a couple times this year. It seems to heal pretty quickly. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
But you're not like an X-Man or anything like that. There's nothing else under there, like Wolverine. Anything else I should know?
I mean, if I was, I wouldn't tell you. But
that's a good point. You shouldn't tell me at that point. You know, Dan Worthen talked about and Terry talked about dialing it back a little bit, which you clearly did, and then had the gusto at the end of the game the other day. How do you do that? How do you go out and tell yourself, okay, I'm going to throw 85% of my fastball and execute that?
It really, I don't know what they're talking about, but that wasn't necessarily the case. I mean,
well, did you dial it back at all?
No, it was one of those days I felt a little sluggish at the beginning of the game, and I went up to Dylan in the I think second or third inning, and I was like, "You ever have those games where you just can't get things going?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "My last couple starts have been like that," and it was one of those days. I don't know. I couldn't get things going, and then finally, about the fourth, fifth inning, I started, really starting to feel good again, and then obviously the eighth and ninth, once the fans started getting into it, the adrenaline kind of came back, and made it easier to pump upper 90s again pretty easily.
You've obviously flirted plenty of times deep into games, gotten close. I mean, you had the game against the White Sox. What was it like to actually get that finish and get the shutout and be on the mound when it was all over?
It was awesome, and it really didn't kind of hit me until the next day, and sitting next to John Buck, and I look at him and go, that was pretty fun. Like finishing a game that I started. I've never done that before, so that was, being able to, walk the line, on top of the mound as the game was over. It was, a really special moment, and something I've been kind of working on all year and trying to get to, and hopefully it won't be the last.
What's your relationship been like with Dan Worthen, and what have you gone over with him as this year's gone on, and just tell me about give me a little insight into that relationship that you guys have.
He's an awesome guy. He's very interesting, obviously, to talk to. He's always got a nice joke for you, and but he's definitely helped me a lot with bullpens in between starts. He comes in, he knows that I don't really like to watch video for a start. He'll come in, he'll go over the hitters for maybe 5 minutes at max, and which is perfect for me, and kind of spins it into a fun little way, and his own interesting way. So we have a great relationship. We'll go play golf. We become obviously friends, as well as David would always say co-workers. So it's fun. It's a good relationship that we have, and he always keeps things upbeat and happy.
You always said, from the beginning, you wanted to be an All-Star this year. You had all these goals, and you've certainly on your way to achieving a lot of them if you haven't already. Team's playing better. Is the Cy Young something that you're thinking about? Do you have that in your head right now? Like, hey, I'm in this mix, and the same kind of feeling as thinking about the All-Star game?
No, it's if I keep my head down and keep going, then maybe in the end of September, maybe it'll pop into my head. But there's so much baseball to be played. We're making a good run here, so obviously keeping that going is big, and it's one of those things I can't decide. I can only keep my head down, keep pitching, and push the envelope.
Is there any part of you that would love to go against Kershaw in LA and just kind of have that matchup, two great pitchers on the mound?
Yeah, it would be fun. Obviously spending some time with him at the All-Star game. He's a great guy, great competitor, just like I am. And I was talking to John on the plane last night, and he asked if Kershaw was going to be throwing that game. I said I don't think so. So, everybody was kind of looking forward to the possibility, but we'll have to wait till next year.
All right, good catching up. Good luck next start.
Thank you. Appreciate it.